everyone, and welcome to College of Lore. My name is Kate.
And I'm Jill. And we're here with our friends to play Estersea. So let's do a little introduction. Who else is here?
We've got...
I certainly am.
Yep. Jake.
I'm here.
Camille. And Chrissy. Hi,
I see you're pointing in the right direction.
Yeah.
I don't know where to point. We're all in a stack on my screen, so I don't know where everybody is.
Yeah.
So if it's your first time tuning in, welcome. We're playing our D&D homebrew world, Estersea. It's the name of our campaign. The adventurers are currently underground. Do we want to do like another group kind of
Summary
of what the story is so far?
Sure.
Should we start from the top?
Yeah, maybe we'll do a really brief thing from the beginning. Like, the adventurers are on a quest to save a group of explorers. Yeah.
Other adventurers.
Our adventurers are saving some explorers who went up north into a cave. Our party has traveled up a river and are now in a cave, and they've found they found 3 of the 5 missing people. Unfortunately, one of the missing people is deceased. Another one is in potential super friggin' dead. Another is with their new friend, Esrix, who this person has a lot of tentacles at the bottom of their face and a nice domed head, and speaks
nice about him.
Telepathically. Yeah, they've got a really nice, personality. I think.
At this point, Nomalis is pretty sure that Esrix is no bueno.
Okay.
Remember, we found some pretty convincing evidence that the dead body that we found was dead because of Esrix.
I also feel like it was always obvious, but we were all rolling really bad.
We did not notice until this point. We were like, Esrix is just real nice,
Yeah. Super nice.
Stand-up character.
It sucks that it hurts when he talks to us, because, I'd love to hear more of his
Speaks
opinion.
in headaches.
Yeah.
As
speaks in
friendly
headaches.
creatures often do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they speak in headaches, and they are hanging out with one of the other missing explorers for now, because that explorer, Ogun, seems pretty chill about hanging out with Esrix.
Yes.
So we'll deal with that when you're coming back out of the cave, I guess. But for now...
Were also 2 fish friends hanging out with him.
Yep.
But the other fish friends also are sus of Estrix.
Right. Yeah, so that whole little group of people. I think they're in episode, what would that be, 5? No, 6. They'd be in episode 6.
You're gonna have to watch everything. Watch every video.
Just watch it all.
Preferably watch them several times.
Yeah, just
We're super funny.
This game is very hostile to newcomers. You need a lot of background lore knowledge.
We'll ban you.
Also, just any opportunity.
Extensively gatekeeping.
Also, any opportunity to see Jill talk as a fish person is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of fish people, you are currently at the front gate of the Kuatoa city, called, here we go, Sploopilploop. And you've just heard 2 guards arguing about the 2 different factions within the city. Half of them being kind of old school and believing in the goddess Blipdulpulp, and the other half rooting for the new goddess that they're hoping to raise up, Dimblop-Peep.
I think we decided that we could call them for shortsies Blip and Dim.
Dim, yes.
Yeah.
So
Dim,
moving
Blop,
forward, yeah.
Dim, Blop, Ho, Peep.
Yeah. Dim for short.
I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down in the words that I think it is.
Yeah. I think you've got them both.
All right.
So yes, so those two were arguing, and then the one who was arguing for the new goddess, Dim, has stomped off into the city, and the remaining guard was the one that was advocating for the old goddess. At the very end of the last session, you were still kind of deciding what you wanted to do. I put a little note here that the party hears that there is about to be another sacrifice. So you have another ranger with you named Rebel, and she's able to speak Undercommon and can translate what the Kuatoa say. And she hears like that they're starting another ritual sacrifice situation. And I think your last plan, and you're allowed to change it if you wish, but what I wrote here was they are now planning on telling the guard at the gate that they are prisoners to be sacrificed. And then I wrote now in all caps, so I'm not sure if that meant that you changed your mind or what, but it says now they want to convince half the population to follow them as heroes against the Mind Flayers.
Not just half the population. We think that everybody will be on board for this, because from what we know, isn't it true that they are afraid of the Mind Flayers, and that's why they've changed allegiances to this other new god?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I think
some of them have changed. Some of them believe in the old goddess to the point where they don't want to change who they're praising.
But the old goddess is not wanting to sacrifice our friends.
Yeah,
right?
The old goddess has not been heard from in 500 years, was another thing you've picked up on.
Right. But we have now come as a symbol of that goddess to save them from the... Right? That's what Namalesa is going for.
Namalesa is also, in Meldrin's opinion, probably the smartest person in the group. He'll never say it out loud, but whatever you want to do is what he wants to do.
Yeah, Lob feels the same, honestly. It's like, Lob could have totally his own ideas about things, but as soon as Namalesa is like, we should do this, Lob's like, we should do that. Like, Namalesa said it.
And I'm just here to disguise myself as a fish person for some wacky hijinks.
It's a great story.
You're just going to, appropriate their culture, and hopefully that doesn't piss them off. Although I think we all kind of are currently dressed up a little bit like... No, wait, only Ruben and Rebel. Okay.
Yeah, who's also a Gloomwalker.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like, to me, it seems like you don't need to be, murdering random people. We're going to save you. We're here to save you. Stop it with the murder and just
we might have to do a bit of on the fly acting, because we don't know what they're going to do the moment that they see us.
Right.
It might go south very quickly, but some improvisation happens to be Meldrin's specialty.
So one of the sentences that I learned from Rebel was, Dimblo Pop Peep sent us to reward your piety. But I could just, swap out or get her to tell me really quick, I just want to reverse the names of the gods so that it's the old god that I'm talking about, which is Blip Dual Poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy enough. Blip Dual Poop, yeah.
And do they not speak common?
Correct.
Okay, so we would need, if we want to actually communicate with them, Rebel and Ruben will have to kind of be with us. So have you guys already left to try and sneak into the town, or are you?
No,
all
I don't think
planning.
We started any of the plan.
So what do you think about
just
whether you guys stick with
we're
us
all in
right
just
now?
a conveniently large bush.
Yeah.
Just talking to each other.
There's definitely rock formations and things. Yeah.
So,
just the perfect shape of our outlines.
Yeah.
So I don't speak Undercommon. That was only Rebel.
Yes. Yeah.
So part of the plan was to just have different people doing different things, so that when the one group messed up, at least we have some people sneaking in.
Well, it was meant to be a distraction. It was meant to be we were meant to be a distraction so that Ruben and Rebel could go and release the prisoners. But the problem is that it sounds like now the prisoners aren't just like locked away somewhere. They're being actively brought out to be drowned.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that detail. Yeah.
So time is of the essence.
Yeah.
So it's gone from rescuing them from a jail to stopping a sacrifice in progress.
Yeah.
So,
And it might end with us running as fast as we can.
Yep.
Fishy feet.
still fast on my feet in my old age.
All right.
Okay, there's one guard,
Yes.
and there's a commotion in,
Yeah.
like, within past the gate.
All right. So
What do
now
you
Melissa
do?
will be like, "Follow me." Just start to come
Here
out.
we go. I
Okay.
wrote down my phrases that I know, and then I packed them all away because I'm moving soon.
Aw.
So I don't remember what I can say.
That's okay.
At least one of them was a flirt.
If Rebel comes with us, then she can translate as needed, which is why I'm kind of
Yes.
like hoping that she'll come along instead of.
Now she's like, quick, what's the word for handsome or beautiful?
Right. That's gonna be like my answer for like every.
It all
I'm
sounds,
Warlock.
it all sounds the same to me. All right.
Okay.
I'm following Namalesa's lead, but the moment I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
can bullshit, I'm going to.
Yeah. So she will come out and kind of parade up very obviously and like happily, unthreatening, but like friend. And she'll say the phrase, but it's Blip sent us to reward your piety. And Namalesa, I'll say like to Rebel, anytime I say something in common, can you just say it in, like, kind of translate for me? And I'll say, there's no need for any more sacrifices. We're here to save you. What do you say?
Are you performing? Are you doing a performance?
Yes.
Yeah.
So roll. Yep. Roll a either persuasion or performance.
I would like to help if it's a performance.
Okay,
If
let's
it's-
do performance.
if it's
If
performance-
either of them is fine, I get a +8 to performance, which is better than my +7 to persuasion.
Yeah. Okay.
How can I help?
If it's
What do I have to
performance,
get?
Do you just
Mob
give me
is doing
advantage
jazz
by
hands.
helping?
Yeah.
But I have to
so-
roll high enough to help, I think.
No. You can just say you're helping, but you have to tell me narratively, like what you're doing to help.
Oh boy, good question.
The challenge is in.
How can I make Namalesa look more pious and non-threatening?
Can I suggest something?
Yes, absolutely.
Lob and Mildred on either side, just be like,
Like, I could just add arm towards her.
Okay.
If we do
Okay.
like the religious symbol or something, we could at least pretend to be, I don't know, priestly.
Do you have like
But
a
I don't
fan
know.
that you could like billow my hair with or something?
Make you
the
look more...
religious,
Yeah, but
the religious movement is like
we
a
don't
dab.
know if that means something to the fish people. I think it's more important that you're, sprinkled with fine mist of water or something.
Oh,
Sure.
Sure.
Maybe
so
some, like,
you're gonna
seaweed.
spit on me, is what you're saying.
Am I already disguised?
If you're
as
into
a
that.
fish?
Wait, are there any fish?
Rupert is on the other side, just like,
Do they eat fish? Oh my god. Can we bring them an offering of gold? Should we have an offering?
Gold.
It's too well. Do you have something on you?
I mean, I have all of my
we've
money.
got mushrooms.
Ooh, they probably like
the
the
mushrooms. They love the mushrooms.
Let's have
They
one of
might
these
believe in your
mushrooms
divinity
and
if they have enough of them.
Okay,
No, each
I've
of
got
us
so
carry
many
one,
mushrooms.
and we all
Everybody's
stand
fine.
around her.
I have it marked down that we have 20 orange mushrooms, 10 green mushrooms, and 15 red mushrooms. So part of
Let
what
us
I'll
all hold
do
one.
is like offer them these mushrooms.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. Roll with advantage because you have people helping you and because
Doing
you're
that.
offering a gift.
Okay.
We should be like a
The
triforce of
first roll
colors
was
around her.
the first roll was a 2. And the next one was an 11, which adds up to a 19.
Okay. So luckily, you run into a guard who's actually quite a fan of other kinds of humanoid people.
Oh, great.
And you, as you come out and give your speech, and it's very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. And she says, and Rebelle is translating, so I won't have to make that noise anymore. And she's
Cop out.
so she's essentially saying, "Oh, don't let them see you. Quick, oh, behind here. They'll you shouldn't be seen around here. Not now." And she's gonna let you in the gate and also bring you in behind the closest building.
Can I say? Oh, you go finish if you're not. Yeah.
And she takes the mushrooms and she's like, "Oh, I always hoped I would find more people like you. The others, they got taken so quickly. I didn't even get a chance to talk to any of them." And you hear like chanting like beyond, like things are progressing over there, but this Kuato is just very excited to see you and to have you here.
So you're saying she's a fan?
Yeah, you found a fan.
That's
The one
amazing.
fan.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, we'll be like, it's so lovely.
Do you want my autograph?
You're just like already doing it for her.
She's like pulls open her shirt.
My fishy boob.
My fishy
So
boob.
I'm going to say two of the phrases that Lob learned, which is, he's like, we mean no harm and take us to our people.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Trying to say, like, we need to get to them.
Awesome. Roll a persuasion check with advantage because you're talking
Her language.
Undercommon.
You wrote down good sense.
Lob just wants to help. 19 plus...
Nice.
iPad hasn't gone in a while, so I gotta put in my password. Oh man, I probably should have this set up beforehand, eh? It was a plus charisma? Okay, it's plus 0.
Okay, 19.
And then I'll just see. Yeah, I'll just see if I get a nat 20. Nope, that's a 3.
Okay, perfect. She says, yes, I could do that. I could do that. Let's go. And then she leads you out around the back way, and I will. Okay, let's see here. 1 second. I'm just gonna move some things around. So, do you have Roll 20 up?
I have it
We're gonna
on my
switch to
computer.
map
It's not
view,
on
I
the
think.
stream right now, but it could be in a moment's notice.
All right. I'm switching us to the map over here, and I'll just put us where we are.
It looks completely black for me right now.
Okay, I'm gonna reveal the map. Can I reveal the whole thing?
Ooh, okay. I'll switch us over
All
to
right.
that. There we go.
So, you weave in through the back alleyways of Sploop.
Swoop City.
The buildings look like slabs of mud that have been built up over who knows how long. And there are little lights burning in the windows, probably oil lamps of some kind. It's very tall. It's almost as though while building this city, they treated it as they would underwater. So it's very 3D, and there's lots of teetering towers, and you notice that the bottom of all the towers are a little bit more ramshackle, and then like everything that's higher up seems a little bit more refined and maybe more detail and just better, more like you're getting the picture that maybe the poor Kuatoa live on the bottom and like the rich or pious ones live in the top tiers.
Okay.
As you are led in behind all of these places. She is still kind of spewing all this, like she's so excited to meet you. Do you have anything from up in your world? Like, how do you say hi? How do you say fart? Like, she's just like really excited to learn more about you and
I love her.
things like that.
What's her name?
Her name is Bleep Ploop Gee.
Bleep Ploop Gee?
Yeah.
He is E for short.
Gee. Yeah. She is so excited that you gave her a nickname. Meanwhile...
Can I give her something?
Yeah.
Oh, I would like to give her, rummage in my bag, this candle. Wait, I etch my name into the side of it and then I give it to her.
Oh! What did you etch? Just Meldrin, or?
Oh no, I try to fit. No, I have a signature.
Right, okay.
The signature
It takes you so long to like.
So you're like walking and like etching this candle, and signed it. Okay, so she loves it, and you've gained a friend in this Kuatoa.
I wink. Also,
I'm going.
She would wink,
You
but she
gained
doesn't
a
have any
girlfriend.
eyelids.
another one.
Can I give her a crisp white sheet of paper?
Yes, I don't think she's seen one of those
Oh
looking
no,
like
she's
that.
gonna get
before.
it wet, and it's gonna be like the
Yeah,
raccoon
as
with
soon
the
as she
cotton
touches
candy.
it, it's like the two
Sorry.
areas where her little thin hands touch it, just like you can see like the
Little
liquid like
wrinkles.
seeping.
And so I'm like, and then I put it in like we figured that I have some of those little like comic book protectors, so I put it in one of those and then give it back to her.
I like the idea of protecting a blank sheet of paper.
Yeah.
It's a collector's
Yeah.
item.
Yeah,
I like that we're
So now she
essentially
has, like,
just
a
giving her
candle.
garbage.
yeah, she's excited about it. You're getting if you were there, like your player people were there, you'd be getting like serious Ariel vibes,
Yeah.
you know, like
Look at
Okay.
this stuff. Isn't it?
Okay. So she leads you around back, and she's very excited to have you there, but she knows the importance of secrecy at this point.
Okay.
And she leads you in behind a bit of a mob that is
Yeah.
taking place up near the water. What you can see are two dwarves up on a stage, a sort of makeshift stage, that there's like a piece of wood that looks kind of familiar, and it looks to be like it was part of the ship that had sailed up, part of the missing explorer's ship that was parked up outside of the cave. You'll remember that ship had been kind of robbed blind of all of everything on it that could be moved, had been moved and taken. So there's like a couple of benches that are stacked on top of each other, and then there's one Kuatoa standing above all the other Kuatoa, with another Kuatoa crouched underneath him. And this Kuatoa is standing up so that he's taller than the two dwarves, looking very important. And the Kuatoa underneath is like kind of shaking a little bit with the person on his back. And
like a coat. Are they like hiding inside a coat? Trench coat?
No, this Kuatoa standing on top is very proud to be using another Kuatoa as like a footstool or like a stepping.
Which one
stone.
is
Yeah.
that?
So, on the map here, the middle one is, oops, how do I do this? The middle one is the Kuatoa standing on the bench, the stacked
Okay.
benches.
It looks kind of
And
like
this one
brown.
here is a dwarf. Yeah, the brown thing is the bench. And then there's two dwarves, one on either side, and they're both tied with like seaweed bindings, and they look really exhausted, and like maybe they haven't been fed and watered properly, so they're very tired.
Yeah.
And the middle one, the Kuatoa in the middle, is giving basically what sounds kind of like a sermon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at that point where he pulls out a big blade that looks like it's made out of a giant fishbone and carved into like a sort of ornamental dagger of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We gotta go.
Yeah, Lob is going to turn to Rebel and say, like, tell her to hide. Because he doesn't want her to get in trouble.
Right.
Like, and then, yeah, he's going to take out his bow and arrow and, like, start taking aim.
Oh, now Melissa
Okay.
says, wait, let's not shoot right away. Let's see if they'll stop.
I mean, do you want to
Capture
ready
us.
an arrow from the shadow?
Yeah,
And
why
then
don't
we'll
you
go
stay
back?
back here
and
with
take
the
aim.
arrow readied? But
We could have
maybe-
2 people with arrows, and
What?
2 people with arrows, and 2 people with talkies.
Yep, we'll try the talkie
Yeah.
first. We'll see how that goes. If not, then
We've got 2 talkies and 2 arrows.
we've got
so
like
that's good.
readied arrows for the second it looks like it's not going well. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Can you do
Yeah,
like a
just like-
Robin Hood thing where you shoot the arrow and it hits their weapon out of their hands or something?
That'd be good.
Well, I'll try.
Done it plenty of times in my younger days. See if I still got it in me.
I knew you had it in you. At least I knew you at least had the bullshit in you.
All right.
So what do you do?
So I'm gonna say, Rebel, I'm gonna need you to translate. But I will say my one phrase that I know, right? Which is
Okay.
Bleep Dool Poolp sent us to reward your piety. And
So do you yell this from back where you're hiding?
No,
behind
we're
no,
the-
no,
close.
we're gonna walk
Okay.
forward. So let me move myself.
Control your... Yeah, can you control those?
And
yeah.
What's the word for stop? Like, just to get them to stop what they're doing.
Is this a good
No.
spot, do you think? For now?
I mean, I think we would visually know if we're close enough to yell, like to be within talking distance, right? So whatever makes sense.
As soon as you
Lob
step
a little
out,
closer.
the what you're gathering is like an archpriest. He kind of stops saying anything and looks at you, and then you call out your phrase, and
My arms up
all-
like this to emphasize what she's saying.
okay, so they all turn to look at what you're doing. You notice that a few of them look excited, like hearing the name of their goddess spoken, and it's a sign like we're doing something that we this is I knew you're getting across, but a lot of them look irritated
Yep.
and there's a bit of conflict there. So do you want to roll a deception?
Deception. Okay.
Yeah. And
I don't know if I can help, but I would like to look very convinced in my face. I'm gonna put on my actor face and be like, yes, what she says is definitely the truth. I don't know if that actually gives any help, though.
not in
Why
this
is
case.
this
But
All right. Well,
I
got
nod.
an 11.
11. Okay. So these 3 look convinced. Like the 3 that look different. Like
With the
you can tell there's like
crossbows?
2 different kinds. The ones with the crossbows are like, yeah, that sounds legit.
Oh,
like
thank God, I didn't
pleased.
want to do this again.
And then the other group of them do not look convinced.
Yep.
The archpriest says, Rebel will be translating. I'll
Yeah.
move her up behind
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And the archpriest says, forget about them. It is time for the new goddess to rise up and save us from the fate that is soon to consume us.
Have you, by the way, described this purple creature that's
Okay.
behind the...
They wearing
now,
a dress
now
for
that you're
real?
closer, what you see is a statue of a humanoid-looking figure that looks to be like it's mostly submerged in the water, so you can't see very much, but you do see like the bust, and it seems like they were wearing like some kind of rich, fancy robe, like royalty. But the face, like the head, has been cut off, And what has been built in its place is pieces of, like, there's mud and seaweed for hair, and then there's pieces of wood that are making up the face. And one of the eyes is a red glowing gem, like a red glow. And if any of you who see it would like to make an intelligence check real quick.
Is it a stone?
Oh, yeah, it is a stone if you want to.
This is just straight intelligence?
I would like to call on my ancestral knowledge of rocks and stuff.
Okay, take advantage on it then. It's a bit different, but we'll roll with it. What did you get?
I also like shiny things.
I got 14.
14? Okay, close.
I got 15.
15?
Is this
Okay.
just a straight intelligence?
Yeah.
So nothing.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Okay.
Okay. Lob, you recognize this red glow, and it reminds you of the glow from Mist and Vale.
Oh.
Because if you remember, the town you were in previously, the fire was not allowed. But there was a red glow. All of the lamps were glowing with a red glow.
They were like magically lit.
Mm-hmm. So yes, there's a huge red glowing stone or rock of some kind as one of the eyes. The other eye is just like a piece of barnacles.
Yeah.
You know, barnacle-y goodness. So it is basically, you're getting the picture that it was a humanoid statue that they repurposed and then made a face as best they could, and this is the goddess that will save them.
Yeah, there was a head of a statue in a different room in this
the place with the worms.
Yeah.
But it didn't look like a Kuatoa goddess.
No, it looked like
No,
our
it looked
current
like our
queen. It looked like our current
Oh,
queen.
right.
Yeah.
So this isn't Blip Jewel Pool.
No.
I
This is
suspect
the new
it's
one.
dim.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
Dim Blop Popeep. This is
And is
Dim.
the priest the one with the knife?
Yes, and you can see clearly that he's got your brother-in-law and your brother-in-law's sister standing up there next to him.
So my sister-in-law? Oh, wait.
Yeah, well, it's like...
Once removed? I
yeah,
can't remember.
I don't know how that works, but it's like your sister's husband and
And
his
then
sister.
his sister.
Yeah.
I think that's...
It
I'll
means
Google it.
something that you know.
Yeah.
You know them.
It's the under
Yeah.
rocks.
There's a distant connection there. Anyway, he raises up and he
Arrows?
Arrows. Okay,
Yes.
Alright.
Do we just yell the word arrows?
Arrows.
Signal?
I feel like as soon as he starts going down and you guys aren't saying anything, that's when Lob lets loose.
Okay, roll an attack. And if you're
that
trying
is-
to do a a specific attack, the DC will be harder.
A specific attack.
Yeah, like
I
if you're
am
trying
aiming-
to, if you're aiming like at his
Oh.
hand specifically, that would be a higher DC. But if you're just
For
trying to
his-
hit him,
Yeah,
then it's
I'm
just his
aiming for
normal.
his shoulder area, because I think
Okay.
the hand moving will be too quick.
Okay.
And
so
his
you're just
shoulder.
gonna aiming for him.
Yes, non-lethal, but still enough to stop him.
Okay.
All right. So longbow is +9. Yeah. Okay. So that's +9.
Dang.
That is a dirty 20.
Ooh.
That hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Beauty.
He dodges out of the way.
Oh gosh.
1d8 +5.
Okay.
Oh, that's an 8, so it's 13.
Nice.
Well, that's the arrow of retribution.
Lob's arrow.
The arrow of justice.
Okay. He cries out in pain as it lodges itself in his shoulder, and he's still holding the dagger. And let's roll for initiative.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as the arrow let fly, we'd be like, "Oh, it's fight time! Let's go!"
Does
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
Ruben get to shoot too though?
Oh yeah, Ruben, were you also readying your attack to fire at the same time?
I was, and
You can fire as well.
so I'd like to try using my ensnaring strike spell to
Ooh.
bind him in place,
Okay.
hopefully restraining him from doing any more harm.
Okay.
Let me just quickly double check if there's anything about this spell I need to know.
God, I love it when Lob can do cool shit.
Yeah, that was
Oh, it's
really
so
good.
satisfying.
Okay, so technically this spell is cast on myself, so the spell itself can't miss. It's just, it only procs on the next time I hit somebody with my weapon.
Okay. So roll to hit.
That is an 18.
That hits. So tell me what happens.
So, snaring strike. As soon as the arrow hits him, a writhing mass of thorny vines appear at the point of impact. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magical vines until the spell ends.
Okay, so I rolled a natural 18. Plus 3. So yeah, that's 21.
You are not restrained.
What determines what they have to roll in that case? I don't see it on the.
Yeah, you should have a
Your
spell save.
saving throw.
Yeah, spell save DC somewhere on your thing. Near your spells, probably,
Make a
like maybe
strength
above
check
your
against
spell.
your spell save DC.
Yeah.
Do you have this sheet, Ruben, that has your spells
No, I
listed?
have a pretty non-standard.
Okay. Well,
Google
whatever your
stuff.
spell casting thing is, like for me, it's charisma. It's probably not charisma for you.
It'll be wisdom.
So it'll be 8
So
plus
it's
proficiency plus wisdom modifier.
No, isn't it 8 plus wisdom plus like spellcasting level, or is it proficiency?
It's proficiency.
I have proficiency written down on mine.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it'll
it
be
is.
probably 10 plus whatever year. Unless you have a higher
Alright.
proficiency. Oh, 11 plus your wisdom.
11 plus my wisdom?
Like your modifier, your wisdom modifier.
Oh, not my entire wisdom.
No.
Okay, yeah, so that would only be 14 then, if it's
That
just 11
sounds
plus
correct.
wisdom.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he is not restrained.
I wasn't doubting that he got away. I was just curious how that works. I've never used that before.
What'll look cool though.
Does he still take damage from the arrow?
Yeah. Roll your damage.
So that is D8.
Philip has all the answers in chat anyway.
So that's 7. Oh, I haven't been looking at the chat.
Oh yeah, all the data's there. I guess, hey.
Philip, you can just be our PHP.
Yeah. Congratulations.
What is everyone's initiative? I think I need to trash all these so that you can make a new.
You'll have to add us all back on again, I think.
Mine's 6.
24.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna add your turns, and you
25.
can write them in yourself
Okay.
on the thingy over there. Let's see, for Rebel.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
There.
Did not roll well. I was too busy being amazed by Lob's amazing shot. What? How am I supposed to follow that up? I'm just gonna stand here for a minute and see what Lob does.
All right. So top of the order is Ruben. So you just fire. How much damage did the Archpriest take?
Oh, that was 8 damage for me. I didn't roll super well.
How many? Sorry?
8.
8. Okay. Okay, so it's your turn now.
Okay, so has the sacrificer been incapacitated by the combination of Lob and I's attacks, or are they still like a threat to the people we're trying to rescue?
He's definitely still a threat to the people. If anything, he looks kind of panicked now. Like, I need to act fast. My priestess will save me.
Okay, in that case,
Or my goddess will save me.
I'm going to load another arrow and make an attack with inspiration, trying to hit the sacrificial dagger out of his hand.
Okay, so the inspiration will give you advantage. But you might not need to spend it if you get like a really good...
Yeah, you can actually choose whether you want to use the advantage after you make your first roll.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like much more powerful.
Yeah.
I assumed you would have to call it before.
No,
it's like
Okay, cool.
It's a really nice helper.
Cool. Well, I will roll my chance to hit.
Okay, and how I'm deciding it is I'm adding 5 to the character's AC. So like, if you're doing a called shot, I'm just adding 5.
Oh, is this?
You do Hunter's Mark there?
Is this a called
Ruben?
shot?
Warlob?
Yeah, he said he was gonna. What did you say you were
Yeah,
gonna
I was
do?
going to.
Oh, I was going to try and hit the sacrificial knife out of his hand.
Yep.
What is a called shot? Sorry, I haven't.
A called shot is like when you're trying to do something really specific, instead like a narratively specific tiny thing.
So-
If it was something like your called shot was like hit the giant, monster, that's like. But
That's
if you're
just
trying
a
to do
normal
something
hit
really, yeah, it's
Right.
like a really tiny thing, then I would do it more difficult.
If you think of like his whole body as your target when you're normally rolling your die, what you're doing is decreasing the size of your target quite a lot, right? So it would be
Right.
harder to hit.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You hitbox. Just roll really good.
Well, that is a 21 to hit.
That does it.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I,
you.
Nice.
After I make the shot, I do like the eyebrows at Meldrin. She was roasting me about that earlier, saying I didn't have it anymore.
Okay. Do you want to
Thumbs up from
roll
where I
the
am.
damage for that?
Damage, that is going to be 12.
Nice.
Okay, so you fire an arrow and it arcs across in the dimness of this area, like kind of lit from the side windows, and it smacks his dagger down, and it clatters. It clatters to Lomos's feet. So it's right in front of one of the dwarves' feet.
Nice.
I should roll for them as well.
And I did use my inspiration to get that roll. If
Okay,
anyone,
all right.
Okay,
anyone
good
needs
to
to keep track of that.
Thank you for being honest.
Yeah, my first roll would have been very anticlimactic.
Okay. Okay, 13. Perfect. All right. Does that end your turn?
So yeah.
Can I talk out of turn
Uh,
as a free action?
do you want to use your reaction to do it?
No.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so is the priest still a threat?
The knife has fallen on the ground.
Okay.
But he's
he's still
not
standing.
he's not dead or anything.
Yeah, he's not even hurt that bad.
Oh, really?
Like he looks
Okay.
like
More arrows.
he looks hurt,
Yeah.
but he doesn't look like super hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got arrows in him.
Right.
He's been less
All right,
hurt.
Wait a minute. Never mind.
He felt better a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
He was real confident until the arrows. So yeah, Lob's going to Hunter's Mark,
Nice.
and
Okay.
then going to kind of aim for his like leg area again, just aiming to stop him and to kind of take him down a notch.
Okay.
And to if we can like debilitate him in a way that he can't use any magic, that would be real awesome.
Okay, so we're doing this as another called shot because you're looking to get kind of a narrative advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, but I mean for like the lower half of him.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
That's where his magic
He's in a
lives.
robe, right?
What?
I said that's where his magic lives.
Right.
That's where my magic lives.
Anyway, so yeah, he's wearing a robe, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I can't really see where his legs are. Okay. So I can't really like aim.
Well, his robe is
I can
like
make an educated guess.
yeah, no, you can see his like he's wearing like kind of like a half robe with like dangly
Is it
bits in the
bodycon?
middle. What?
Is it bodycon? Like, is it skin tight or?
Oh no,
It's
no.
like a real
but
sexy
but his
robe.
like-
legs are out the sides.
It's a short
Okay.
skirt.
It's a mini skirt.
Mini skirt robe.
Anyway, sorry. All right, yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm aiming for. Legs.
Legs.
17 plus 9 is 26.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that hits.
So that is 1d8 plus 1d6. That's 8 plus 5. So it's 13.
13?
I'm just gonna go through like every limb. Just like stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so you fire this arrow and it gets him right in the thigh above his knee, and he grumbles and you can see that he's gonna take a little bit to recover from that one. Does that end your turn?
Yes. Yeah, I use my bonus and I use an actual action.
Okay.
You could move. You could like come join us, or unless you're fine back there.
Oh right,
I
you're
feel
really
I'm
far
shooting
away.
real good.
We didn't even count to see how far away you
Yeah.
were. If that was
If it's a longbow, I think longbows have like stupid
Like
huge.
120
Yeah.
or something.
No, longer
Yeah.
than that.
600. I looked it up.
600. Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're fine if you have a longbow.
okay.
I'm fine back here.
Cool. Okay. It is Rebelle's turn, and she is going to. Oh, she's unarmed. I forgot she doesn't have any weapons.
Oh, free action. Can
I
I
know
give
where
her
there's
my
a knife.
hand? But she has to get like super up there.
Right.
Yeah, free action. Can I give her my hand axe just so she has something?
You'd have to get up to
go
her
up
first.
to her. She's right up
Oh,
behind.
she's up there. Okay, never mind.
Melissa and them. Okay, so she's gonna yell in Undercommon.
Is this
Something
what
that
you get?
Yeah, she's gonna yell something, and none of you speak Undercommon, so you aren't sure what she says.
Sucks to be us.
It looks like she's trying to assist what Nomalesa was like. It has the same kind of like energy that Nomalesa was conveying earlier.
We all nod emphatically, even though I knew
Okay.
what she's saying.
Yeah. It looks like a few more of the Kuatoa are starting to listen to the other side. So, a few more are kind of like less confused and look a bit more convinced.
You know, when the pointy bits are aimed at them, it becomes much more easy to
Ear is very good.
believe. It's like, oh, maybe they are right, huh?
They have arrows. I agree with them.
Yeah, like, oh, they can take the the Archpriest isn't doing great, so I'm kind of convinced. Okay. So it's the Archpriest's turn. He's going to use his bonus and his movement to stand back up. And he's going to use his action to cast Control Water.
Uh-oh.
And he's going to put it over top of the two dwarves to try to drown them. So he raises up the water, and the water climbs up and just kind of consumes the area of the stage.
Wildly rude. And he's still able to move even though he's got like arrows in his shoulders?
Yes, oh yeah. He used his movement to get back up. And his bonus, but he's using his action to try and drown the two dwarves.
Wildly rude.
Yeah. I'm just gonna read this spell in case I'm doing something incorrect. Flood. Choose an area. You create a 20-foot tall wave that travels from one side of the area to the other, then crashes down. Any huge or smaller vehicles are carried. Any huge or smaller vehicles. Water level remains elevated until the spell ends. Yeah, perfect. So there's a wall of water that is just up around him and the statue and the dwarves, and they're like chained with seaweed, so they're just kind of they're like kind of floating, but they're like chained to the bench, so they're just kind of floating underwater. And that is his turn. Maybe I'll draw some water here. So it's kind of like this.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
Okay, so it is the two dwarves' turn. And they were going to go for the dagger, but now I think that they're going to just try and break free of their bonds. So
The dagger, who knows where it is? If there's water there, it's probably floating away.
Well, it depends on if it was
Is
like...
fish bonds float? It's kind of adorned. It might have got knocked down lower, but I don't think it would have like floated up or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it's like made of like bone.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
So Lomos manages to break his bonds, and he...
Yeah, that's dwarf power.
Yes, and then we'll see how, is it... What's her name?
Glinta?
Glinta, yeah. Glinta is going to attempt the same, and she only rolled a 6. So she's still chained, or like seaweeded, I guess, but he has freed himself as his action. He's going to use his movement to swim towards the top. I'll do a swim check for him, see how he does.
Yeah,
He's okay. He's like managing to swim up and get some oxygen.
defying all odds and
Great.
swimming as a dwarf.
Okay. Mel.
Can I see what's happening inside the water?
Yeah, I think so. There's like, the archpriest is like still kind of like glowy handsing.
But can I see, what's his name? Lumos?
Lomos, yeah, you can see him.
Can I see him, like, freeing himself?
Yeah.
Alright, they got this. But I'm also bolstered by seeing my family doing so well.
Dwarven
but
bride.
I want to yell loudly and run at the nearest person who appears to be hostile.
Okay, so I'd say that probably, oops.
I will go for that blue line.
Water just... So I would say that, like, like, all of the ones down this way are probably, like, okay, I'll tint
You could
them.
probably mark them.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tint them.
Give
'Cause-
them
well,
like,
you don't even
give
have
them
to
like
take-
the happy... Oh, that works too, yeah.
Well, there's little dots you can put and stuff, right?
Yeah, I find they're, like, the dots aren't directly over them. They're kind of off to the side because I don't have, like, those icons aren't big enough.
Okay, yeah, I see.
So it
what you
looks
mean.
kind of weird because I was trying to do that earlier and it didn't look right to me, so I'll just tint them pink, like love. So yeah.
I'm gonna have to double move. And by double move, I mean use my dash action, my dash
Bonus.
reaction.
Action.
My daction. It's a bonus, right? Yeah. 5,
Yep,
10,
you got a
20,
bonus action.
25, 5, 10. Oh, wait, this guy's bad too? 15. Yeah, screw it.
No, the red ones are good. The red ones are convinced.
Okay, let me try this again.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's 1, 5, 10. Excuse me, sir. 15, 20. That's 50, right?
Yeah, pretty good.
I don't know if that arrow is accurate. I'm not sure who's using it.
It's me.
Is it accurate?
Well,
looks it, yeah.
here's
I'm
5.2
counting
feet.
squares.
It's pretty close. right?
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, because I don't think I used a real grid for this one, so it's kind of nice
No,
that
but
it's
it-
still
So-
like.
It seems to know
It's close.
still about what 5 feet should be.
I got to there with 50 feet of movement.
Oh, okay.
God, I'm slow. And I still can't reach anybody.
Okay.
Just
Yes,
give
it
these
makes
guys
sense
like
that the
a
bad ones are
comforting, shoulder grab.
Okay, before I go that far, how high up is this?
That's like a ridiculously high building, so there's kind of like lumps, like you could climb up on it, but it kind of goes up like lumpy and like.
Does it look like
It's like-
there's any spot I could stand upon
Yeah.
and overlook my enemies?
Yep.
Then
I'd say,
instead,
like, the lowest like here is probably like 15 feet or 20 feet or so.
5, 10. All right, well then I'm going to try to climb up
Okay.
there. Famous last words. Because so long as I can't actually get anywhere, I might as well look dramatic. It's my climb skill. That's can I use acrobatics to climb, or do
Yeah.
I? Oh, athletics. I can use that.
Athletics. Yep.
I do have athletics. Wasn't that bad? 17.
Yeah, you can do that. You can make your way up. It's kind of like gritty texture too, so it's not like a slippery surface, so you're able to climb up without too much trouble.
I think I can get to about there. I don't think I can get anything.
Okay, you can peek in one of the windows and you see a Kuatoa like, and like close like a seaweed curtain.
But the point is, I stand up there and I make a gesture, a pose. I strike a pose and say, "Oh man, I wish I remember the phrases I memorized because I'm sure one of them was dramatic."
Do you
I
want to
don't
go
say
back to
anything
my
about color.
place later?
Hello, beautiful.
I'm trying to remember what it was. At least one of them was like that.
Or like
okay,
you
well-
learned one heroic phrase and one flirty phrase, and you mixed them
Yeah.
up in the heat of the moment.
All right, then I dramatically says, "Who? You're gorgeous. Would you like to come back to my place?"
Okay,
But I say
roll
it in a tone of voice where I'm like,
yeah,
"Would you like to come back to my place?"
roll a persuasion
Everybody
check.
loves confidence.
Oh, I'm persuading them to come back to my place?
I really hope this
Me
succeeds.
too.
We're gonna be
Persuasion,
here
eh?
for a while.
22.
Nice.
Oh, it's actually like a lot of the other Kuatoa, like these ones are kind of like, yeah, they're already convinced, so they're on board.
The curtain slowly opens again.
Yeah, and there's even another couple that are kind of interested in what you have to say.
We
So I'll
love
just,
his confidence.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you've won over another couple of Kuatoa. I feel
be
like
fair-
maybe something heroic might have been a bit more effective, but I mean,
to
that
be fair, even in common, I think the Meldrin's battle cries are also supposed to be slightly turn-ons. He blurs that line between
Yeah.
enemy and something else.
Yeah.
Frenemy, if you would. Frenemy with benefits.
With Frenovitz.
okay.
Benefit.
Does that delightful call
That's
out?
all I
under
can
your-
do. I ran out of turn.
Okay, Namalesa.
I was gonna cast sleep, but I think now. So do I think that making that caster fall asleep would cause the water to dissipate? Like the spell effect should go away if it falls asleep.
Yeah, because you, being a magic user yourself, I think it's fair to say that you recognize this as like a concentration
Yeah.
spell. Because like you can see him still in there, like,
Yeah.
concentrating and holding it up.
So I think, like, say I do it from here. It's going to be a 20-foot radius. So I think it would catch, like, everything within here. So it might miss, like, this guy. Oh, wait, where's my pointer? It would miss this guy and this guy.
Okay.
Right?
Yep, that makes sense.
Problem is that it will catch the dwarves, but I think that's okay if the water's gone, right? We can just wake them
Yeah.
back up. Like it's just sleep, right? I'm gonna...
Maybe sleep will slow down their breathing so they don't die as quick.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast sleep, and I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level.
Okay.
So that allows me to roll 7d8. And the total is how many hit points of creatures the spell affects. Creatures within 20 feet of a point I choose within this 90-foot range, which is fine, are affected in ascending order of the current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures.
Yes.
So I'm going to roll 7d8. I'm going to use my phone because that's a lot of d8.
Yep.
37 hit points worth of creatures. And
That means at least one dwarf.
you start with the lowest. Yeah, you start with the lowest
Yeah.
hit points.
So, I've made the 2 dwarves just like commoner stats. So they both fall asleep instantly.
Yeah.
So that's 8 hit points down. So what do we have? We have
Lumos
30,
gets to the
It was,
top. and he's like, "Yay!"
37 total. So was that
37.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do some hardcore calculator. You can tell we're not mathematicians on this show. So 37 minus 8. Okay.
It's 19.
Storytelling.
I imagine he has more than 19 hit points left.
Okay. So the
37
2
minus
dwarves.
8 is 29, right?
29, not 19.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not
I missed
mathematician.
that. I was doing it on a calculator.
Oh, good.
So yes, the 2 dwarves instantly fall asleep.
Yes.
And then one of the Kuatoa falls asleep, and there's 11 hit points left over.
Oh, okay.
So we'll say this one.
Oh, no. So he doesn't fall
falls
asleep?
No, he's got a lot of hit
That's
points
really
left.
bad. Because now the dwarves are unconscious in the water. And I can't cast a spell as a bonus action, because I cast a spell as my main action, right?
Yeah. Oh, see, I'll just make him a color. We'll say this one is
That was not good. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move up to here. Sorry, that was bad. I figured that he was damaged enough that he would fall asleep after the dwarves. Anyway.
Yeah, you're getting the impression that he's a very powerful being.
Yeah, but we've hit him
Yeah.
We start-
so many times.
Every
Very
time we hit him, you might lose his concentration, though.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have been good if I had hit him.
Okay.
Anyway, somebody else can go now.
It is the Kuatoa's turn. This one's asleep. These are going to rally to protest the... Protest. Oh my god. What is happening? I'm not very good with Roll20. I've been spoiled by Owlbear Rodeo and how like simple it is. So now like the things I used to be used to, I'm not good at anymore. Anyway, so these ones are all going to turn around and they're going to be cheering like against the Archpriest. And I'm going to roll a... Does someone want to roll a contested... Someone roll a d20 for me. We're going to do like a contested thing to see... Yeah, go for it, Camille. Like a contested roll to see who of the Kuat... You got a 12? I got a 12! Okay, so I think that means that there's no change in which side of the Kuat... I think they're kind of like mobbing at each other, but neither side is winning the argument.
Okay.
And the ones that are pro Archpriest are going to try and rally around him to defend him. It is Ruben. It's your turn again. I'm gonna keep moving these while you.
Okay. First thing I need to do is start moving closer. I believe
Okay.
that's my 30 feet of movement. Kate, how did you get that measurement tool?
Yeah, I was
on
gonna
the
ask the
side,
arrow.
there's a question mark, and then a die, and then a ruler thing.
Oh, okay,
it's
so
one
you
of the
just
tools.
click that.
It looks like a ruler with a little arrow coming out of its butt. Is the one that I'm using.
It's just all of us are like, arrow!
I don't mind because I'm still slowly like trying to
It's
get
like
these.
a laser show.
Oh, there we go.
Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do.
Remember, this is like an estimate because
Yeah, it's not. I just end up counting squares.
yeah.
It is
Okay.
really close though.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm impressed with it. Because, like, I drew this map. I like, imported it. I didn't, like, measure it at
Yeah,
all.
and you don't have the grid on either, right?
Right, yeah.
I wonder if it's smart enough to see that grid.
Or
No.
it just knows that
Roleplaying is
our
not smart.
tokens are 5 feet wide and it's using that.
As long as I don't know.
Ruben, what you doing?
Okay, I'm not in range to do what I wanted to.
Okay.
So in that case, I'll just fire another arrow at this high priest.
You can
Okay.
move forward.
I did move forward already. That's my full
Oh,
30
okay.
feet of movement.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I have a plan. I'll have to wait for next turn.
Okay.
Assuming I don't kill him first.
That's a 21 to hit,
That hits. Roll damage.
and that is 6 damage.
Okay. I'll take that away. So you see that when you fire the arrow, it shakes the Kuatoa's archpriest's concentration, and he does drop his spell.
Ha!
Oh, nice.
Thank goodness.
So the water
Absolutely meant to do that.
swoops back out into the water, and it takes Lumos with it.
Oops.
Because
Just
he's
Lumos?
asleep.
Oh, right, because the other one's tied up.
Yeah. So he is now in
Oh
this
my
dark,
gosh.
unbelievably unending lake, underground lake.
Is there a current, like, dragging him away, or is this just
No,
a
it's
body
just
of
that, like, the huge tidal wave of water got pulled back out. So he was just on the top, like, floating kind of down in that, and when it went back
Okay,
out,
I get it.
he went
Yeah.
with it. But so did the sacrificial dagger. So that is now,
Oh, yeah.
and, like,
Wanted
we're not sure
that.
that one.
Bye, idiot knife.
Yeah, we
does that
tried
end
our
your turn?
best. Sorry, Lumos.
Rip.
Ruben, does that end your turn?
Yes, that ends my turn.
Okay, Lob.
Lob is going to say his third phrase here, which is "I'm trying to help." So he just kind of like looks at the Kuatoa that are like gathered around. And he's just like, "I'm trying to help." Like, you know, like we're here to
Okay.
help you. Like,
Okay,
and he is going to shoot again at the archpriest.
okay,
He's just trying to tell them like what we're here for.
right. Do you want to? You are extremely far away from those Kuatoa, so do you want to roll me a persuasion check at disadvantage?
Sure.
I think Lob can project his voice pretty well.
Yeah, it's +0. That's 10. 10's my lowest.
10?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, one of them hears you and is
Oh.
convinced.
Is that my dad? And yeah, so I'm going to loose another arrow at the archpriest.
Okay.
18.
Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
7 plus 4, 11 plus 5, 16.
Nice. 16. Okay. The archpriest is looking pretty rough now.
Yeah.
As your arrow like launches over and lodges into him. He's looking a bit like a pincushion at this point, and he's breathing heavily. And if fish can look really angry, he's looking really angry.
I think they
Does that
can.
end your
Fishy
turn?
eyebrow.
Yeah.
It's like the gif of like the little teddy bear and then like smacks down on the table and comes back up with the angry eyebrow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that arrow like knocked him onto the bench, and then he looks up and he's got two sleeves.
He's like,
Okay, so Rebel is going to come forward 5, 10. and yell out in another something in Undercommon. Does someone want to do a contested check with me to see how effective her convincing is? Just a
Let's
D20.
roll.
I will.
Okay.
2.
2. Okay, so none were convinced by her.
But before you
actually,
it,
sorry.
I rolled a 3.
I was rolling for. I was rolling for Rebel. You were
Yeah,
rolling.
I was rolling for the
So
killer.
I rolled a 9. So I'll say that 1 is convinced by these continued continued just like, no, you have to listen, like, this isn't the way, sacrificing isn't how you're going to succeed, but you don't know what she's saying because you don't speak Undercommon. She's like, oh, that's her turn.
The sound cut out completely for me, except for like the tiniest little like robot like radio noise. Discord doesn't speak Undercommon.
Okay. So the Archpriest is getting tired of this funny business, and he's going to. So he pulls a scepter off of his back, and he's gonna try and crack Glinta. He's gonna try and kill her.
Finish her off.
Yeah, he's gonna try and finish her off. That's a natural 1. That's a natural 1. Okay.
Power of the dwarves, baby.
He
He
hits
goes
himself
to
in the knee.
slam it down, and she just like dodges out of the way to the end of her seaweed chain, and it's like this badass like staring moment where she's like glaring at him, and his scepter just like slams down where she was standing.
I think that she's
Isn't she
asleep, so
asleep?
doesn't he, maybe he
Yeah.
just like
Oh,
slip.
shit.
Maybe he like slips in
He
the
is
water or
asleep.
something.
I forgot she was
Forgets
asleep.
that there's an arrow in his shoulder and it messes up his aim.
Yeah.
I forgot she was asleep. Is it an auto hit when they're asleep, or it's just an auto crit if it hits?
Oh,
If it-
I think it's an auto hit, isn't it? When somebody's unconscious.
Can someone look that up for me? Because it might just be an
Why
auto.
did we remind her?
Get up right now.
Yeah, I forgot completely that she was asleep. Uh-oh. That natural 1 might not have done anything.
You're basically
Yeah,
now an
that's
object.
also-
Yeah, it's not an auto crit. I think it's an auto hit.
I know if you're unconscious and you get hit and you were like rolling death saves, it's an auto crit.
You get
so
it.
counts as 2. But I don't know what it means if you're just like sleeping. Because I think it's like if you're not awake, it would be an auto crit, but I don't know if it would definitely hit or not. Okay. I'm gonna type in.
I think a successful
Auto-
attack is automatically a critical hit.
But
So you
it-
can still miss just from like hitting the wrong spot or
Okay. So yeah, we'll say that he has some blood in his fish eyes from just all the wounds he's taken. Oh no, like the seaweed that was like the angry eyebrows slips over his eyes, so at the last minute he goes to strike and misses, but just barely.
Philip was pointing out that he also would have advantage because she's prone.
Yeah, and he also has multi-attack, so let's try another one.
So did you guys actually find it? And it just says that a hit,
It's auto crit.
auto crit for
if
any
it hits.
hit, but it's not auto hit.
Yeah. No.
That's what I thought. I thought you still had to hit them, but you have advantage.
Okay. I'm
I
rolling
mean,
with
who
advantage.
attacks a sleeping person anyway?
Unfortunately,
This
it's
scumbag.
not-
Yeah, this guy does not seem to have much tact. Honestly,
Okay, this
so-
one definitely hits.
Just
She only has 4 hit points.
yeah, I'm like she's just a civilian. Stop it!
Oh.
Stop.
Yeah, no, she's... So,
Very dead.
okay, so not only... So you see that the that blow renders her unconscious. So I hit her for 4 bludgeoning, but then this scepter ignites into electrical, just lightning, just leaves the scepter and slams down into her, and her body twitches just before she is completely finished.
Moot.
Wow.
Well, Mildred's gonna be doing something dumb.
Lob is letting out like a
Do
full
characters, like, are they dead the way that a normal monster would be dead, or could I heal them?
She took 4, and then she only has 4 hit points, and took 5, 10, 14, 18 damage, so that's like over her max.
That's
And
super
so,
dead.
like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's perma
Yeah.
dead.
She's
I'm
like
gonna
a
I'm
puddle.
gonna roll to see if
Lob is cussing, is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
Lomos wakes up.
Alright.
He does.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God.
So he wakes up, and he's breathing heavy, and he's in probably the deepest water he's ever seen, and he is going to swim towards the dock here. He doesn't know that Glinta is not there anymore.
Right.
Meldrin.
Children yells incoherently and is going to launch himself in that direction. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15. Okay, so he's going to do dumb stuff. He's going to be dumb and probably take a lot of damage while doing it. He's going to jump off the ledge in order to save as much movement as possible and possibly get hurt along the way.
Okay, roll in acrobatics.
He's going to try to do a roll.
Okay.
Oh, I got 16, which is plus 4, so it's a 20.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
All right, so that's 10 feet of movement so far. 15, 20, 25 to there. I know I can't go through minions. Unless they're small. Are they small? No, they're just medium. I can't
They're
remember how
medium.
big. Yeah. I do want to attempt to get past them or over them, if possible.
Okay.
Meaning I might try to launch myself over top of them.
Okay.
There isn't a special move for that, is there? Dash, dodge.
I think it's just
so.
another acrobatics check.
Yeah.
But
Can I do 2 in 1 turn, though? I'm like just trying to get there as quickly as possible.
Okay. You will provoke an attack of opportunity if you do
yeah,
it.
for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
So what I'm going to try to do is basically take a long jump, possibly onto the shoulders of this Kuatoa,
Okay.
launch myself off of him and into the priest, hopefully knocking him backwards into the water or he dies.
Okay. Don't forget you have an inspiration as well if
I
you
do.
feel you need to use it.
If I feel my roll is shit.
Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. Oh, it was a nat 15, and my acrobatics is plus 4. How are we feeling about
Is
that?
that a 19?
Or athletics. Is athletics something, or with this?
Yeah,
this would be
I think if you're
acrobatics.
doing like a long jump and
Sure.
and you are allowing it to be a bit more clumsy,
I
then
mean, it's
cool.
1 more.
Yeah, no, that's
So
a
it's a 19
20
or a
was my
20.
20 was my like
All right.
DC. So okay, so you're trying to do this cool thing, and you like go into a flip, but then you just kind of like your legs are very powerful, and you kind of like bounce off the Kuatoa, but not on your legs. It's kind of like your back, and then like you bounce up onto the thing, land on your feet. You did it.
How far was that? 5, 10. We're at 30, 35, 40. Basically, I'm using my
Your dash.
my roguey dash thing to then tackle and knock him off. Hopefully, actually, I have to grapple him first anyway, don't I? I'm
Yeah.
just trying to push him off of her, even if she's dead.
Mhm.
Okay.
I know it won't do anything.
You're just
Meldrin doesn't know that.
reacting. You're just
You're more enraged
Yeah.
right now, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to grapple. So that isn't athletics. Oh!
Is it nat 20?
Nice.
Oh, that's
Let it be.
amazing.
Nice.
Traveled the heck out of that
Okay.
guy.
I did not get a nat 20, so you wrap your strong arms around this slippery, greasy archpriest, and you manage to grapple him.
Wish I could have also pushed him over, but I think that's way too many things in one turn.
Yeah.
All right, well, he's grappled.
Do you have any movement left? Because you could drag him.
I would be pushing him, not dragging. I'm go forward, not backwards. I'm using my momentum to then try to get him this way.
Like, show me again?
Like
Pushing him
I
off
want
this-
to push him into the water.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I'm just trying to use my forward momentum to grab him and continue going forward.
Okay, well, you got a natural 20, so, like, go for it.
I do have a little bit more. I have,
You
I
have
think,
more movement.
like 5 or 10 more movement.
Yeah. So
5
you...
to 10. Yeah,
I'll
bloop.
drag him with you.
I'm aiming. I don't know if we can get to the bottom of that. Yeah. So there. Now we're in the water, and I don't know if I can swim, but that's fine.
Okay, perfect.
And I'm yelling the whole time. There's a lot of yelling going on, and
Okay.
anime movement.
It's very manly.
Namalesa.
Alright. So I can no longer see this archpriest?
Right, they've fallen into the water.
That's interesting. Okay. Trying to decide if I should like try and win more people over just with another performance kind of thing.
I mean, the fewer people we need to worry about, the better.
Yeah.
Also, what would your reaction be to this whole situation?
Yeah, she feels really bad because it is her fault that that dwarf is dead, as far as she's concerned, because she put her to sleep, and that's why the attack was so successful. And also, I mean, she can tell that the other guy's out of the water now and woke up, so that's great news. But yeah, she feels like she made a huge mistake trying to put people to sleep. So, and like her usual tactic is like vicious mockery, right? And things like that. But right now she's not, like, she's been seeing how pleas towards these people have been working to turn them over towards us. So I think what she'll do is is thaumaturgy a bonus like, is that a bonus action? Thaumaturgy.
I think it's an action.
Okay. That's all right, though. Because she'll use thaumaturgy as an action to sort of make herself seem not scary this time. Like, often she uses thaumaturgy to appear, like, terrifying. But she wants to appear, like, welcoming, but, like, supernatural. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yes, like an ethereal... Yeah, totally.
And so I want to use that to do like a performance check, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Take it with advantage. Yeah.
What's that?
You can have it with advantage since you're using like your magic with it.
Okay. And so I'm just trying to like continue to be like alluring and
yeah,
better than like a horrible murderer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Totally.
All right.
The goddess loves you. The goddess doesn't want you to fear her.
Yes.
All
right. So I got 20 total.
Ooh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay. So the remaining, I'll say like a little over half of these remaining Kuatoa are really like enchanted by you. And are you still speaking kind of like you're saying that sentence that you know and just kind of like, no, listen, like
yeah, I'll say that again, but I'll also say more just in common.
Okay.
Hoping that
And
maybe,
they're
like, if I
probably-
say some stuff, Rebel can translate it on her
Okay.
turn. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's very effective.
Okay.
So a lot of them are listening and they're like, oh, okay. Oh,
And
look, she
the
can
ones
blow.
that are
Like,
nearby can tell, because, like, can tell that Nomalisa is very emotional because she's, like, crying because she's,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
upset. Yeah.
Okay, so the Kuatoa are going to once again try and rally their companions because they're like, no, listen, like, these people are going to help us against the Mind Flayers. Like, Bip Dil Doop Loop was still, like, the right way to go. You
Yeah.
know, like, they're going to try and convince. Can someone do an opposed 20 for me against me? I'll be doing
you do
the...
it this time, Jake.
Yeah, Jake, do you
gonna
want to
say-
roll a d20 for me?
Good thing.
You're trying to get lower than a 15.
Oh, that's good because I rolled a 2.
Okay. So now that the majority of the Kuatoa are on your side, the rest are listening, except for the asleep one, but we'll deal with him when he wakes up.
Yeah.
No fairness, he's gonna wake up in a whole new world, so...
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it's the end of the initiative round, and at this point, the statue, the red eye begins to glow brighter, and the stone figure begins to move slightly, and bits of stone break off, and underneath is revealed a slick surface, like a fish skin type surface, and like the wood starts to morph into what can be conceived as like movable facial features, and this statue has come to life in the form of Dimblop Bopeep. Their
That's not
goddess
the goddess I was
has
hoping.
become true
Oh, crap.
It's not
by the
goddess.
Earth's belief and sacrifice.
That's a golem. That's a flesh golem.
Fish golem.
Fish golem.
Fish golem.
A golem.
Oh, gross. A
Ruben.
fallen. I like that.
Well, that severely changes what I was gonna do.
Ruben, like, ooh, that changes my plan.
Yeah, it's just moving now. It's not doing anything like other than like waking up.
And that's the bad goddess, the one that we're trying to convert them away from, right?
Yep. I mean, if we can take down their goddess, I think that
Yeah.
would be a pretty big win for Blip or whoever.
The other one.
Blip. We are, yeah, we're pro Blip.
We have the firepower to take down this huge thing.
Sure we do.
I will point out that it's 9 o'clock. Did we want to go have a break? 10-minute break, or
We could.
Yeah, we can.
I'm just saying we usually break around 9.
Sure.
It'll give us a second to like be like, okay, so change targets, and then
This is phase 2
individually
of the
figure this
battle.
out.
Right.
Yes,
The second health bar has been revealed.
yes.
The music's changed. It's now like got some rock, like hard rock
More
behind it.
intense.
And you're like, oh, now it's serious.
That wasn't even their final form.
Yes. All right.
All right.
10-minute break
Come
then?
back in 10.
Yep, we'll be back in 10.
Okay.
And for those of you watching on YouTube, see the conclusion of this epic battle next week, or in 2 weeks.
Sucker.
See you guys soon.
Bye.